switch things up, be a little original, you know, and do a drive with me story time. So welcome.
Turn left.
Yes, I will turn left. I am on my way to school right now. I wanted to tell you guys a little story that I haven't really touched upon at all, actually. This whole idea was in my Disneyland vlog. What it's really like to be on set of the Late Late Show with James Corden. Where do I start? He's someone that I've loved since he started coming out with carpool karaoke and started becoming more well known, you know? Well, I was going to California with my boyfriend for spring break, and my brother used to live in California, so he was telling me all the different things that we should do while we're there, and he was like, why don't you go to a live filming of a show? And I was like, okay, that sounds like a really good idea. I've never done that before. So I was looking online at shows that still had tickets available, because usually tickets like that go fast. I was like, oh my god, I wonder if James Corden films in LA or if he films in New York. And it turns out that he films in LA. So what you need to do to get tickets to the James Corden show in specific, I know it's the same procedure for most of the shows, but you have to enter your email, your name, and say why you want to go to the show. If they select you to give tickets to, they will send you an email. I did that for 2 different shows for James Corden, 2 different dates. One of the dates was actually the day that we landed in California, and we were flying into LAX, so we were already going to be in Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles. And then I entered for another day, and I don't remember exactly what the date was, but if you go to my Disneyland vlog, it's all in there what the date was. So I didn't get in for the first one that I applied for. Mitch and I got into the second show that I entered for. So here's the drill. When you get the email saying that your tickets have been accepted, then you have to accept the offer. Basically, when you get your email, there's a button that says accept. You enter all your information, how many guests are you bringing, what's your full name, what's their full name, all that kind of stuff. There are 2 different categories of tickets. I think it's just called general admission, and then there's priority. I didn't know about this, but I somehow got the priority tickets because as soon as I got the email, I accepted the tickets because of how fast I responded to the offer. I hope this is making sense. This is kind of hard to explain. Okay, so perfect. Wonderful. We have priority tickets. We're gonna have good seats. Wrong. The day comes to get to the studio, and there's a huge picture of James Corden plastered on the side of the studio building. There'll be a line of people who work for the ticketing company waiting with the audience members. And if you have priority, you stand in the priority line. If you have general, you stand in the general line. You know, basic information. But like I said before, Mitch and I were priority, and they checked your IDs, made sure you were who you said you were, checked your tickets, made sure they were real. They scanned them. And then we had to go through security. And when you went through security, they'd give you the actual wristband to get into the show. There were 2 different color wristbands, and priority got gold and general got blue. And I didn't know this until you got through the doors. So I got a blue wristband, and so did Mitch, and so did the rest of the priority line behind me. We're getting into the other waiting area inside past the security. There's another area with benches and stuff that you wait for to actually go into the studio. This part pisses me off. There's another guy who works with the ticket company standing there, and he's like, if you have a blue wristband, go over here. If you have a gold wristband, go over there. I was like, I have a blue wristband, but I'm supposed to have a gold one, I think. Is gold for priority? He's like, yeah, but if you have a blue wristband, you can't sit with priority. I showed him my ticket. I was like, I have the priority ticket, but I got a blue wristband, so I need to be sitting with them. And he's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you. What? The priority means nothing, apparently. It was so annoying. A whole bunch of people were like, we're priority. Why are we sitting in general? That's fucking annoying. Whatever. The only real difference is, they get in before you. Anyways, so we were sitting there waiting. We were kind of pissed off. I don't know if they were the show producers or they were just in charge of certain segments of the show, but a man and a woman came around and they were like, we're hosting a portion of the show in which we need 2 audience members. Does anybody want to audition for this part? We need someone who has strength, and that's all we're gonna say about it. So they went around taking pictures of people and interviewing people, and Mitch and I didn't do it because Mitch had just had shoulder surgery, so he didn't have any use of his shoulder, and I didn't do it because I'm shy. Weird, right? We're still sitting there people are walking around talking to us, and then the main ticket people come up. We're gonna go into the studio soon. If you need to go to the bathroom, go now, because you're not allowed to go when you're inside unless it's an absolute emergency. Once the show starts, you have to stay seated basically, and so that happened. And then we were ushered inside through a lot of staircases, may I say. Finally got into the actual studio set. So this is where things get fucked up. They have like producers and different people working with the show standing there once you walk in, telling you where to sit according to like who's the most attractive, basically. Like they had all the young preppy people sitting up front, and then they had all the other people sitting in the 4.8. It doesn't matter if you're general priority, because once you get in there, they're gonna assign you based on what you're wearing, what you look like, and who they want to be on camera the most. Yay! Go Hollywood! There's floor seats. There's about 3 or 4 rows of floor seats with like comfy loungy chairs, like fuck that. And then there is a tier, and it's just a whole bunch of rows like in the back. So Mitch and I were in the back in the second row in the middle. You can see us. I'll put clips in too, because like I'm famous now, you know?
You're only going home with it. No, that's not it. You're only going home with it. If you're keeping hold of it. It rolls off the tongue. No! No!
That happened. Then this hype man comes out, which is basically someone who has the job of getting the audience prepared for the actual live filming. He comes out and he tells us how to clap louder, how to scream, when to scream, what signs to look at that tell you to applause, where to look and when. You know, don't touch the celebrities unless they put their hand out for you. Be as loud as you can. When James Corden comes out, like, show him how much you love him. Like, be as loud as you can. Literally, for 30 minutes, he was trying to get us to be as loud as we can and literally coaching us on how to clap loud and scream loud. Like, if we didn't clap and scream loud, he would be, like, pissed off and be like, no, like, you need to do it better. He stayed there throughout the whole filming in front of the audience going, like, calm the fuck down. Like, I will clap if I want to clap. If it's not that exciting, I'm not gonna fucking clap. Like, fuck you. If James would tell a joke, he'd be like, if it's not funny, I'm not gonna laugh. Like, this is fucked up. I'm like, whatever, I just want James to come out. So James just like walks out. Like, there's no introduction or anything before filming starts. Like, he literally just surprised everyone and walked out. And the hype guy was like, oh my god, you surprised me. Like, oh, everybody clap, it's James. And then James just like walked away. The producer was like, okay, we're gonna start filming now. James is gonna come out again from this red curtain, and you're all gonna stand up and clap as loud as you can. And then James is gonna go like this, and then you guys are gonna stop clapping, then just be quiet so he can do his monologue. Okay, great. I love being told what to do. It's actually the best. Look, the music starts and James comes back out and everybody's screaming. James has a teleprompter telling him what to say. I was kind of disappointed that he wasn't just coming up with stuff, you know? I guess I get it. Like, everyone has a teleprompter. And then he's like, wait, stop. And everyone thought he was kidding, so everyone's like, ah! Like, seriously, there's a loud buzzing sound behind me and it needs to stop. Everyone's like, oh, shit, he's being serious. He just seemed like he was kind of annoyed and pissed off. The persona that he had when the cameras weren't filming was completely different than the persona he had when the cameras were filming. I mean, when the cameras are filming, he's his peppy self that you see in the carpool karaoke. But when the cameras are off, he's like annoyed. Like, he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to communicate with everyone. I don't know if he had a bad day. And then he moves over to his desk to do his desk portion of everything. Be really peppy introducing the videos that he was going to show everyone. And while the videos were playing, he'd be looking down at his phone, or he'd be drinking his coffee and like looking the other way. Anything but paying attention to the audience in the video. So he'd be like, okay, now this is the next video I'm going to show you. And then the video starts and he'd be like... Then the portion of the show where they're doing the audience segment comes around. So the audience members come up, and then the guests for the show that day were Jim Gaffigan and Lindsey Vonn. Jim and Lindsey actually seemed like really cool people. They were pretty much the same on and off camera, which is really cool. I was just really disappointed with how James was a completely different person, which I guess is normal for Hollywood. Why was that so hard to say? You can't expect to see someone in person, meet someone in person, and them have be exactly the same as their persona on TV. I completely 100% get it. At the same time, I just feel like he didn't even talk to the audience members. I was reading about going to live filmings online. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel that I was reading about. I'm not 100% sure. It might have been Jimmy Fallon. The review said that they interacted with the audience every chance that they got. They were so appreciative for the audience showing up. They were so grateful to have the opportunity to, you know, have the show. I feel like that wasn't really the headspace that James was in. He made no effort really to communicate or connect with the audience except for when he had to, which was the intro, when he walked out and was like, oh, thanks, and the outro when he would high-five everyone. At the same time, he doesn't owe us anything. He's there to do his job, and we're there to enjoy it. Think about it. Like, if you were a celebrity, you can't be on every 20 seconds, you know? Just again, expressing my story to you. Don't come for me. That was basically the experience. Actual filming itself, from the first take to the last take, I want to say it was only like 30, 35, 40 minutes. Like, it went by so fast. From waiting outside, to going through security, to waiting again, to actually sitting in the studio, to waiting for the hype man to finish, to waiting for James to come out. Everything from start to end took like 3-4 hours. For the show to only be like 30 minutes, it's like, well, goddamn. Like, I should have went to Disney today. They had an actual camera facing the audience at all times. The hype man was saying, like, smile, like, always look good, like, always make sure you're having fun. Like, the last thing you want to do is have your family see you on TV and you don't look happy, right? The overall experience was not one that I would do again. I still am a fan of James. It's Hollywood, you gotta do what you gotta do. Stop, windshield, thank you. That's kind of the experience that Mitch and I had. It was very, very, very structured. You were very much just a puppet and background noise. I was curious to see if anyone really felt this way as well, so I was Googling like reviews of going to the James Corden show, and I saw so many reviews that were negative about it. So if you want to come for me, like, I'm not making this up. That's the truth behind the Late Late Show with James Corden, and that's the truth behind James Corden, and I feel like I just spilled some major tea, and I don't know how I feel about it. Oops. Thank you guys so much for driving with me. I talk the whole way here. Holy shit, I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed the tea that I spilled. I hope you have such a lovely, lovely day. Thank you so much for watching and supporting, and I appreciate it. So hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos from me. I'm trying to upload more frequently, so I'll see you in my next video.